go ahead and get this live. Let's go ahead and start talking about some motivation. We're going to talk about some meditation. We're going to talk about some inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So today I'm going to talk about castles and how a lot of people they build castles and they put moats around themselves and they hold themselves back from the ability to open up, to find themselves in the present, to find themselves in the moment. And a lot of the times we look and we see these moats, and back in medieval times, they used to build a bridge. And inside of that bridge, they put water. And inside of that water, they put things that would stop people from being able to get in. And so, what was actually meant to welcome, what is actually meant to protect, what is actually meant to bring people together starts pulling people apart. It starts creating ways for us to not to see our connection, to not to see our purpose, to not to see our ability. And so how do we start building connections? How do we start building, ability? How do we start utilizing our mentality? How do we start utilizing our focus? And so each day that I ask myself this question is what I'm doing today, is it motivation, is it meditation, is it inspiration? Is because I don't want anything but that. I want to become that dedicated. I want to become that focused. I want to utilize that ability within. I want to build a community of people who start to believe in themselves and start to believe in their ability. And when they're looking inside of themselves, you see, they're becoming that reflection. And so, how do we start to become that focused? How do we start to find that place? How do we start to find that ability? And so, as we ask this question today, what does it take? What does it take for you to start to focus towards your positive ability, your positive being, to be present in the moment and to utilize positivity? And so a lot of the ability that comes from within comes from that place. It comes from you seeing that you're worth it, you know? So a guy goes up to this person and he sees this homeless guy, and so he looks at this homeless guy and he says, this homeless guy in Puerto Rico, he says, I can't help you. And so he doesn't help the guy. So his brother helps the guy, and he feels really bad. And so he goes back to the U.S. And as he comes back to the U.S., he remembers this story, and it can't get off the mind. It just can't get out of the mind. And so he's going through his days and he's going through his place and he's in his space, and he's like, I'll never forget that day when I faced off against that, and I wasn't the one who did it, but my brother was. See what I'm saying? And so at later times, I started to remember, wow, really, sometimes we are in that place, but we forget about the present. We forget about the moment. We forget about the ability that we have, the focus to be that person that we want to become, to utilize those gifts, those talents, those abilities. And then time passes, and and I find myself in that place where I was that person. Okay? It's so easy for us to fall into those places. We're here in this journey, on this path, and we're here together. Let's figure this out together. Let's find ways to uplift each other, to bring each other closer to our mentality, to bring each other closer to our ability. You see, when you see the beauty inside it, when you see the beauty inside humankind, when you see it inside of ourselves, inside of our beings, inside of our vibration, I'm so grateful for the ability to be in the present moment, to be in the present place, to be here with you today. So, what does it take for you to get inwards? What does it take for you to be in your present? Your life is so special. Your being is so special. You have your breath, you have your connection, you have your being, you have your knowledge, you have your place of focus. Do you utilize your gifts? Do you utilize your talents? Do you utilize your ability? You see, a lot of times we miss the moment, we miss the purpose, we miss the ability to see those things, those positive places, that knowledge inside of you to be who you are. And see, that person inside is very special. You see, if that person inside decides, hey, this thing I enjoy, these things are beautiful, these things are great, these things are the ability, these things are the part of who we are. And so, are we focusing to that point? Are we starting to find that place? Are we starting to find that ability? Are we starting to find those challenges? I enjoy doing speeches. I enjoy utilizing this platform. Motivation, meditation, inspiration is that place where we go together, that place where we join in asking the question, is what I'm doing today, is it a place of meditation? And I'm sure you're out there asking, how do I get there? There's many different forms, there's many different ways, there's many different abilities, and you each have gifts, you each have talents. Ask yourself the question, am I utilizing the part of myself? See, what you do with your day is important. What you do with your being, what you do with your vibration is beautiful. And you are beautiful, my friends. Stop building walls around what welcomes you in. Bring yourselves together. Bring your abilities within. Start to see yourselves for who you are, for your beauty within who you are, within your place, within your journey, that your liberation comes from within who you are. So, what does it take for you to find a place of discipline, a place of connection, a place of being a process of you, a process of joy, a process of purpose, a process of path, a journey, a ability for you to believe in yourselves, to believe in you have what it takes. I'm so grateful that I'm here today. I'm so grateful that I'm in this place, that I accept the challenges, I accept the things that I've been through, that the liberation comes to the one who knows that they can make it. That if it happens, then they could find a way through it. That if they're going to do it, then it's going to be you. And you have what it takes. Together we build a community. Together we build a mentality. Together we build something great. Motivation, meditation, inspiration. And we got to uplift each other. We got to start bringing each other up. We got to start being that person who brings that water. Bring that person who brings that joy, who brings that warmth, who brings that breeze, who brings that wind, who utilizes the universe, who utilizes the place within, who utilizes the purpose to see that our paths, our journey, our purpose is worth it. Connect, subscribe, connect with this network. Motivation, meditation, inspiration. It's here together. It's on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter. Across the platforms, across the path, across the journey, we go together. We cross these bridges, we cross these rivers. We find the way to lighten our loads together. Motivation, meditation, inspiration is what I believe in. And I hope that it uplifts you in your day, brings your professions to the greater level, brings your homes, your companionships, your lights to a greater cause, to a greater place, to a greater part of believing in yourselves. Because you, my friends, you are worth it. Your light is worth it when you believe that you can achieve amazing things, amazing results come out. And we need a world of people who are uplifting one another. Blessings as always. As always, namaste.